So if you guys didn't know, I own a few BMWs, and each and every one of these cars are very different and serve an entirely different purpose. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, my name is Eamon. I make a whole bunch of videos on YouTube about my cars, specifically my BMWs, whether it's like modding them, maintaining them, just vlogs, hanging out with friends, whatever it is. But as you guys can tell behind me, I have my 2021 BMW X5 40i, I have my 2023 G80 M3 Competition X Drive, and I also have my 2017 BMW 330i. These are the cars I currently own, and I think buying all these cars together honestly made up the perfect BMW garage. Probably not for a single person, probably for a guy like me who loves cars but also has a wife and kids. If I was a single guy, I probably would have gotten a different setup, but we can talk about that in another video. But for now, I want to tell you guys why each and every one of these cars are great for what they are and what I use them for. But before we get started, guys, I just wanted to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Simply Carbon Fiber. If you guys don't know them, they make a whole bunch of cool carbon fiber stuff, which I know a whole bunch of enthusiasts like myself are obsessed with. You guys already saw my Slim Wallet a whole bunch of times, but today I have something new and something pretty freaking cool. It is their carbon fiber phone case. That's right, guys. I have carbon on my wallet and now I have carbon on my phone. If you guys are a car enthusiast and you love carbon as much as I do, you're gonna love this case. It's super sick. It's also super sleek and really grippy on the sides, which is really nice. I really don't like complicated bulky stuff, but this thing is super sleek, has these nice grips on the side to help you better hold your phone. And overall, guys, it just looks amazing. So if you guys want this phone case or any of the other cool carbon fiber stuff that they make, like the wallet that I've shown you guys a few times, or watches or anything like that, go check out the links down in the description below. Honestly, guys, everything that they make is super high quality. It just feels good to the hand. It feels expensive and premium. And I mean, come on, it's carbon fiber. Like, what car enthusiast wouldn't love that? So again, go check out those links down in the description below. But with that said, guys, let's hop inside the 3 Series. Let's go for a drive. All right, so the first car for today, and the cheapest car that I own, actually. However, this car usually saves me the most money. If you guys watched my channel before, you'll actually remember this car was pretty heavily modified. I did a whole build series on it, and I ended up parting out the car because I am listing it for sale. But regardless, guys, I want to get into the reason why I have this car, what I use it for, and why I think it's great, and why I think it makes up part of the best BMW garage you can get. So this car is a 4-cylinder. It's a 330i. It is really good on gas. Maintenance is relatively cheap, right? Because if you have a 4-cylinder, maintenance is just inherently cheaper. Less spark plugs, less oil, so on and so forth. The brakes are smaller, so if I need to change the brakes are a lot cheaper. The tires are thinner, so the tires are cheaper. Basically, overall, this car is cheaper to maintain, cheaper to drive, and it's a 4-door. As you guys can tell, I have 2 car seats back there. Now, is it very spacious back there? Absolutely not. However, if I really wanted to, I can put both of my kids back there, and you know, it's a 4-door, so it's easy to put them in. There's space for them. I still have a good amount of trunk space. This car is pretty practical. It's a good family car, but it's also a good daily commuter, and that's what I use it for. This car is not exactly thrilling to drive. I did have it tuned, and I will say, guys, if you're going for your first BMW, this is a great first car, but if you want a fast car, this is not the one to get. Yeah, a little underwhelming. But overall, though, it is a great daily commuter. Like I was saying, this car is also pretty comfortable and has a good amount of features. It does have full screen Apple CarPlay, which isn't showing right now. It does have pretty, like, you know, basic things. Well, probably not basic, but like it has a heated steering wheel. It has heated seats. It has some other nice features for commuting. Is it the most technologically advanced? No, but I think it has everything that you need in a daily commuter. The most important thing to me is honestly full screen Apple CarPlay, because I use my Google Maps all the time. When I drive to work, this is the car that I take. Again, it saves me money on gas. I've gotten up to 36 miles per gallon with this car, so really good gas mileage. I don't feel bad accumulating miles on this thing because, again, maintenance is cheap. The car itself is relatively cheap. These probably only go for like 18 to 20 grand these days. It's not cheap, but for a BMW, that's really not that bad, especially a more modern BMW. All right, so that's enough about the 3 Series. We get it. It's a good commuter car. Let's go into the next car, which is, of course, the BMW X5 40i. Now, pretty obvious, but this car, guys, is my family car. So like I said, I can use the 3 Series as my family car. Again, you can see here I have 2 car seats back there. And this one, you can actually tell someone can sit between them. This car is way more spacious. It is way more functional. It's way more practical. It is way bigger. It's way more safe. So although I do use the 3 Series to commute to work, and I do sometimes use it for my family, this is the go-to family car. Not only is it bigger, safer, more spacious, it's also a lot more luxurious. As you guys can tell, inside the cabin, it just feels a lot more premium. This is a newer car. Although I don't mind an older tech car for my daily commutes, to have like a family get together or anything like that, family event, and to be able to get into a nicer car is a really good feeling. We have, of course, the whole panoramic sunroof up there. Now, something I should say about the practicality aspect is this X5 is not just a normal X5. This one also has a third row, which was a very rare option for a 2021 G05 model. So not only can I fit someone between the 2 car seats more comfortably back there, but I also have a third row. But for now, let's take this thing for a drive because this thing is honestly really nice to drive. So driving the X5, you really feel the size and the weight of this thing, which is good because when you're driving in the rain or anything like that, you just feel more confident. You feel safer. Like, God forbid you get into a car accident, I would feel way better my family being in this thing as opposed to the 3 Series. Not to say the 3 Series isn't safe, but this thing's just, I mean, it's massive, guys. Like, come on, like, there's no comparing, you know? This X5 having the third row, that means it came with the air suspension by default. And although it's not very sporty and engaging, this whole car is honestly not sporty or engaging at all. The 3 Series actually feels more engaging. This thing's probably faster because it has a B58, but it's huge and heavy. But just overall in terms of driving feel, this one feels way more numb. But for a family car, that's actually a good thing because the suspension is nice and supple. You don't really feel the bumps, which is really good because my wife especially, she does not like just feeling every single pothole like in the 3 Series. This thing though, like it just coasts over everything. My kids aren't really old enough to complain yet, but I'm sure they probably feel the bumpy ride in the 3 Series as well. Whereas again, the X5s, it's just super smooth. It's super luxurious. The brakes are a lot bigger. This thing does have the M Sport brakes. So fortunately, maintenance is going to be a lot more expensive on this car. And a gas mileage is pretty bad on this thing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think like best case scenario, I've gotten like 24 miles per gallon, but that was even just driving on the highway. My wife said she got up to 27. I don't know. I just can't seem to get good mileage in this thing. Point is, guys, if you have a family, if you have a significant other who doesn't like, you know, like a bumpy ride, or if you just want to like haul some stuff, because this thing is huge, guys. Like I fit a whole picnic table in this thing. I fit a whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys care about that, this is great to have. Like this is a great, just, you know, like if you want to go camping, you don't necessarily have to have a big family, but it's just nice to have it being so comfortable, it being so like luxurious at the same time. Point is, guys, this is a great family slash camping slash hauling vehicle. It's a great car to have next to your sports car. In my case, a G80 M3. All right, so the next and final car, my favorite car, and I'm sure the car you guys really care about and the only car you care to see, the G80 M3. Now, it should be pretty obvious why I got this car, but if you guys couldn't tell, I'm a huge car enthusiast. I love cars, I love to drive, I love the driving experience. This car answers all of that and more. So really quickly, why I chose this car instead of an M4, these rear doors. Now, obviously I have the 3 Series, I have the family car, but you never know. There's times where the 3 Series was down and I had to put car seats in the back of the M3, which came in clutch. So obviously there's more reasons why I got an M3 over an M4, but that was a big one that my wife really cared about, because if we ever had any of these cars down and we needed to use this car for the family, which we have done already, we can. And I'll tell you guys, it still works great for a family because this is actually more spacious in the rear than the 3 Series. But more importantly, guys, I got this car because it is awesome. It is fun. It's a blast to drive. So in summary, guys, this is my fun weekend car, but it's also a practical car in a way because it's still X-Drive, it's still all-wheel drive, it's still good for the family, but it's also good to have fun in. This car is an absolute blast. I mean, there's really not much to say about it that I haven't said already, but we're still gonna go for a drive and we're gonna enjoy this thing because it's not too often I get to take it out just for fun, you know? But yeah, guys, driving this thing is honestly an experience. Absolutely love it. Like, I don't know, there's nothing really I have bad to say about this car. Like, I love driving it. It serves its purpose and then some. Yep. Like, it's just different driving this car, man. I love it. I feel like if you're a car enthusiast, it doesn't have to be a G80 M3. It doesn't have to be like something new and fancy. Man, it could be like a EK Civic, which is, by the way, one of my favorite cars. But like, as long as you have a car that just puts that smile on your face, that's all that you really need, you know? You just need a car to put a smile on your face, and this car does that for me. This car puts a smile on my face every single time I drive it. My 435 used to do the same, and that wasn't even like an expensive car. And even back when I was in college, my Civic used to put a smile on my face. It was just a fun car to drive. My other two cars, as much as I love them, they don't really put a smile on my faces like that. Like, they're nice to drive. The 3 Series saves me money. The X5 is a great family car. That one puts a smile on my face because it's like nice and luxurious, but man, this M3, it makes me so happy. It just does. Like, when I get in it, when I drive it, I'm glad I don't have to drive it to work, because I feel like that would just numb the whole experience. It would kind of like ruin it for me. But the fact that I only drive this car when I just want to have fun, I think that's perfect. Now, I just want to say this, guys. I'm hoping this video doesn't come off as a brag or anything like that. It's not. I work really hard for my cars. I have a few streams of revenue that I put a lot of work and time into. One of them being this YouTube channel, and then obviously my full career that I got a master's degree for and all that type of stuff. I have rental properties. So I definitely work hard. You know, like cliche, like I like to play hard. At least when it comes to my cars, I don't really spend money on anything else. I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't do any of that stuff. I just like to have fun with my cars. So I don't want this to come off as a brag, guys. This is literally just one car guy to another. I'm just talking about how much he loves his cars and just telling you why I bought each one of these cars, because again, they all serve a different purpose. This one's serving the best purpose, in my opinion. But like I was saying, you don't need to have a car this expensive. You can have anything that just puts a smile on your face. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of you guys who are gonna comment down below like you'd rather have a E92 manual as your fun weekend car. And listen, man, more power to you. Here we go. All right, this car's a bad influence. That doesn't get old, man. This car is my fun car, guys. You know, like it's just my fun car. I don't know what else to say. Again, I'm lucky and blessed. I have a commuter car, I have a family car, and then I have a fun car. Personally, I think this is the ultimate BMW, modern BMW garage, because again, you can argue, you know, some older cars like E92, something like that. It's the ultimate modern BMW garage. But anyways, guys, with that said, I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm just gonna enjoy myself. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop it a like. It helps me out way more than you realize. Let me know down in the comments what you guys would pick as your BMW garage. Again, only sticking with BMWs. What would you pick as your fun car, your family car, and your commuter car? But anyways, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I don't mind if you don't listen that much, but some of y'all don't listen at all. The same they be pushing your buttons. Got a grown man